because we have a bad day on the stock market. So I pull cards for myself, so I thought I'd pull cards for you guys too. And they're 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 comforting, kind of. And I also wanted to share with you something I'm seeing about jobs in the U.S. and fair labor laws, or how the U.S. citizen is getting around needing fair labor laws. Oh, and I want to thank you all for your comments on the video I did, update on personal update and all of that, because boy, they just warmed my heart. Thank you. I thought maybe I'll try to do more pop-up lives. Hello, hi everybody. I'm not going to say tons of highs because I want to just do a real quick live here. But so the stock market took a dive today, and I had done a reading on the stock market for Patreon, a week and a half ago. People always talk about this huge crash and we're worried about it and all of that. But I saw it holding in general for the next few months. But then I did get the tower when I was reading about it for myself on Thursday, I believe it was. Like there's going to be a correction. And there is a correction today. Just now, I asked, and we do care about the stock market even if we don't have stocks, because it affects the whole economy. So just now I asked, well, tomorrow is that like that again? You know, are we going to have trouble again? Guess what I get? The tower. So yeah, it looks like tomorrow won't be great either on the stock market. But then I asked, what about Wednesday? Because I've really had this gut feel. Oh, sorry, it buffered for a sec. That there is going to be some kind of news from Jerome Powell, and also out of China. The Evergrande crisis, their biggest real estate mortgage lender, is having serious trouble, can't pay its bills. And they're wondering if China will bail it out. I'm not sure China, I think it's part and a part thing. We'll see. But I do think there will be some sort of bailout, but it might be the foreign investors that are having to pony up or renegotiate for more favorable terms for Evergrande. But yeah, I mean, somehow that's going to stabilize over there. It's going to be a part and part situation, I think. Anyway, I picked a card for Wednesday. I said, well, then Wednesday source, what's it going to be? And I got the Eight of Swords. And that is, yes, the markets are constrained from keeping on falling. So I still don't see huge crash, but you know, this is a correction. And September is usually a bad month for the stock market anyways. I picked this. Yes, Two of Cups, right. Agreements are being made. People are trying to stabilize this thing. All right, but you know what? When I was doing this reading, I got another hit on what's taking the place of labor unions. So labor unions in the U.S. are badly needed. However, there has been legislation, especially in Ronald Reagan's term, that was really discouraged them, really put blocks in the way. And recently our Supreme Court has also made a decision that would weaken labor unions. So that's a problem, because in the U.S. Labor laws haven't been updated since mid last century. So they're still really focused on hourly wage earners and, getting time and a half over overtime and physical jobs for safety and having breaks to meet your physical needs and things like that. However, even that's getting chipped away for those folks who are working on a hourly wage. Those things are somehow gotten around a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit everywhere. But a lot of our employees now in the U.S. are salaried, but at low levels. So salaried, and then they are exempt from almost all the fair labor laws. They can work 60 hours a week and get paid for a 40-hour-a-week job. They can do that stuff. There are lots of things that have sort of slipped in all sectors. I think, in our economy as far as fair labor practices go. And I picked the 7 of coins because what I was hearing, I was like, it's more than just this Evergrande thing. It's a bunch of things. And then I picked the 7 of coins, with the guy with the harvest is rich, but that worker is not happy. That one. And, oh, King of Swords. There's a lot more. The narrative about this is maturing. So, we have had unemployment levels that have people scratching their heads a little bit because federal unemployment benefits that sort of added to the state unemployment benefits. It added $300 a week to the state benefits, and very frequently state benefits are half of the person's former wage, half of the person's around that. But these have ended now, or are ending. Yeah, they ended the first week of September, I believe. And still, we have quite a lot of unemployment, even though they are begging for workers in a lot of places. And I have zero patience with people who are saying they don't want to work because, and I'm sorry if you did say that, you I love, but I don't have a lot of patience with that attitude, I guess, because because here's the deal. A lot of work conditions in a lot of jobs have gotten just abysmal because productivity expectations go up and up and up and up. This happened in my job too. People are doing the work that used to be a full-time job. Now they're doing that amount of productivity, that amount of work, and it's a part-time job, and they're getting no benefits. You know what I'm saying? So it's a problem. It is a problem. And in the hospitality industry, seems like a lot of servers are just fed up with how, in the US, we tip, right? Part of their wage is the tip, which really motivates them to be very kind and very patient, no matter how badly the customers are acting. And I think it's gotten way out of balance, frankly. They take way too much. They shouldn't have to take that much abuse, I think. I really do believe that. So anyway, how to reform that, I don't know. But the labor unions, will they make a comeback? Well, we got indecision here. We've got indecision about that. It's like we're at a fork in the road. They need to make a comeback, but I don't see them getting really strong because of things that have gone on, decisions that have been made in our government. Page of Swords, this is what I see. This is what I see. Page of Swords. So that is the American workers found another way to organize. They have found another way to get on the same page. And that really is through social media. The narrative. I've told you so many times that what I hear all the time is the ideas change first and then the laws change. So the narrative is changing. And people are homelessness. We're all worried about homelessness. But people are feeling shut out in the cold from the prosperity. That's what that 5 of coins means. And they see the charts with earnings for CEOs and earnings for companies going high, high, high. Well, the workers' earnings are just staying stagnant. They see the charts with productivity going high, 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 and the workers' wages staying stagnant. So they see all of that. Yes, thank you. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button if you like it. And if you want more of these pop-ups, because I'm thinking that this would be a good idea. So anyway, the ideas are circulating about what makes a quality workplace and what makes it very difficult. Reviews are being done on employers, which I love, like on Indeed.com. You can pretty much go and see, what kind of job this is, how effective the management is, what the pros and cons of this job is. So there are a lot of people in the U.S. now who are finding another way. The pandemic had them staying at home and thinking, is this worth giving up my health? Is this worth giving up my family's life? Is this worth it? And a lot of people said no. So they're not going back to work and they're finding ways to make money. The Emperor. Yeah, see, where is the protective father of the tarot in our government? That's what our government should be. Not there. I think Biden's trying a lot of things, but we also have sickness. The Four of Swords and the pandemic, right? Kind of tends to put things in perspective for people. And some people are just not going back to work under any circumstances. They're not going back into that. So I think people will keep on scratching their heads going, why do we still have this unemployment? Well, American workers know why. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. Here's the thing. It looks really uncertain, doesn't it, to all of us? And that's a problem. That's a problem. But the American worker, when it comes down to your health or your work, you're going to pick your health a lot of times. And people are finding ways, oh yes, decentralized everything. So did you know that there are alternatives to Lyft and Uber? That there are two companies, and I don't know their names. Maybe I can find them after the video, where you can contact them and you can hail a ride and the money goes to the driver, to the owner of the car. It's very similar because you want to look at the reviews of the driver and how many reviews this driver has to determine safety issues. It's very similar like that. That's the only safety that Uber and Lyft provide you. The company doesn't really vet their drivers. Not really. So there are a lot more decentralized ways of people making money, and that's what's going to be changing things. The American worker is now saying, why should a portion of what I'm making go to this big company that has zero loyalty to me anyway and just makes it harder? Why? I got no benefits there anyway. For a lot of people. Why? What's the advantage of working for a company? So we have a lot of these decentralized kind of, for entertainment, YouTube, right? And audience for singers. And we have all kinds of decentralized ways for people to make money. And I look to more and more of that. More and more of that. Because, right, people are not happy. And this guy is not happy with the harvest because he doesn't get to bring much home. That's it. So, guys, I have a reason to be hopeful. There will be a lot of political debate about these things. Oh, don't get me wrong. There will be people trying to discourage this. Don't get me wrong. We already have a lot of independence in investing through Robinhood, Webull, things like that, the crypto exchanges. So we already have a lot of decentralization in investing. So look for this decentralization movement to hit all kinds of professions. Oh, there are so many medical providers who are licensed to practice independently. They're licensed to do that. Why does their company need a cut of what they make? There's another good question. So, in any case, I wanted to let you guys know that there is reason to hope. I did want to look at the stock market for you guys. Let's see. So I saw a constraint on it Wednesday that will help. And what is it? It's given a little, yeah. I almost wonder if this isn't a little bit of a taper tantrum like they say, because apparently Powell, there's a meeting on Wednesday and they're going to discuss whether or not they should begin tapering the quantitative easing, the buying the so-called junk bonds by the Fed in the stock market. I almost wonder if this is a bit of a taper tantrum to make sure that the Fed says, no, not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to taper yet. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know my thoughts today. Thank you so much for all your comments, you guys. You take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.